Welcome back, everyone, where we'll be talking about a topic that's very near and dear to my heart today, and that is the Hirundo Wildlife Refuge up in Old Town. And our friend Gudrun is joining us from there today. Thanks for coming in.
Well, my pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Normally, when you see me, I'm covered with sweat or some kind of dust, because I got to tell you, I'm a little biased because I'm also one of the trustees up there. I learned about Hirundo a few years back, and actually, I've known about it for years. It's one of those places that's just north of Bangor. I've been seeing these stories about it, and I finally got off, and went up there, and I've just discovered all these wonderful things that are going on. And that's why you're here today. We want to talk about some of the fun activities coming up this winter. It's really a great place that teaches people about the outdoors, about wildlife, about our the Wabanaki, the tribes in Maine, and that sort of thing. What do you want to tell people about the winter ahead, though? You can get up there and have some fun.
Well, yeah, of course. Well, tonight we're having a full moon walk. Well,
cool.
There is a full moon, and might be a little difficult to see it today, but we'll bring some night vision goggles with us, and so perhaps we'll get to see some wildlife. And and of course, it's a monthly event, right? And our next one will be in February, and then in March. And so what we do, we encourage people to not use lights, but just walk and sense the trail with their feet. And it's a very uncomfortable feeling for most people, but once you get the feel of it, so to speak, it's a fun experience, because you're using a completely different sense you usually neglect in your daily life.
And you're picking up things you wouldn't normally hear or see.
It can be overwhelming. I've done a full moon hike once before, and like you said, you do have to use all your different senses. It's very interesting.
Yeah, it just challenges you a little bit. Yeah?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but it's all safe. You know,
and you're with a group.
And you're with a group, yes. And I had one woman one time didn't want to go on because she was afraid of wild animals, and it's like, well, I think the wildest animal is you at the moment, but there is, So tonight, and then coming up on the 14th, I have to take a peek at my notes. January 14th, we have at 9 o'clock, we have Introduction to Birding.
Cool.
So we have a student trustee from the University of Maine, and they're coming to, she will be introducing people to bird watching, what kind of binoculars to choose, sight, what kind of the shapes of birds, how you can identify by shape, and also how you can identify by bird song. And on the 21st of January, we have a workshop with Kate Garlett from University Extension, and this will focus on native plants and invasive plants.
Cool.
And so it'll give you she'll give an introduction on some of the most common native invasive plants, how you can mitigate them, possibly, which is another whole trick, and also how you can help native plants in the process.
Yeah, so more people are using native plants in their yards too, versus like some of the landscaping products you can buy at Lowe's, for example.
There's a native plant sale through with our friends at the Maine Audubon. So
Well, yeah, I mean, it feeds two purposes, right? You have native plants, and of course that will promote help native insects, native birds, etc.
Right, they thrive in your garden, and it's good for the local environment.
Yeah. So I look forward to that. And then at the end, you will have a little seeding project where you will be going home with some
take
planted.
home.
Yes,
Very
so
cool.
that should be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
that's kind of neat.
There's something for everybody. Gardeners, people who are outdoorsy in general. That's awesome.
And of course, don't forget, we have 7 miles of hiking trails. And and we will have snowshoes. Once the snow falls, we will have snowshoes available.
I was going to say that. Normally, one of the things I love about Hirundo is it's just north of Bangor, and yet you just drive up there, you take the second Old Town exit, hang a left, and go down a few miles, you'll see it there. But you don't have to travel very far to feel like you're really out in the country. During the summer, they provide kayaks and things so people can go up there. And of course, we welcome donations, but it's free of charge. But it's a good way to get up there and enjoy the outdoors and learn about it.
How can people learn more?
Well, we have a website.
Cool.
And we also have a Facebook page, so we welcome people to join us there.
Absolutely.
Good way to learn what else is happening.
Sounds good. And we'll post this video online, and we'll have a link to your website within there.
Great.
And we'll have you back whenever you have something going on. Come on back, Gudrun, and we'll put you on.
We'll have a Winter Fun Day coming up in March. Sorry if I forgot about that.
That'll be a big one.
Yeah, that will be a big one, and we've had them in the past, but since Corona, we had to slow this down a little bit, and so we'll regenerate our winter fun days. So looking forward. It's a
Our
fun
station has actually agreed to be the media sponsors for that.
Cool.
So
Wonderful.
we'll be helping to spread the word about that.
I didn't know
Coming
that.
up. Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
thank you for joining us today, Gudrun.
Well, thank you for the invitation.
Of course, of
Pleasure
course.
to be here.
We'll throw it over to Devin Biggs for our full weather forecast.